My name is Coach April, and tonight we are making homemade salsa. I'm from a company called The Baking Coach, and I'm going to show you how to make a homemade salsa this evening. We are going to do a mild salsa. I'll tell you how you can make a more spicier salsa as we go along. Everyone has a mat in front of them and a knife. Please don't play with the knives. They are a little sharp. Just be very careful with them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start handing out our different vegetables to cut up. Has anybody ever made a homemade salsa? You've made it before? Okay. No one else?
I thought about it.
Does everybody eat salsa?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Who likes it spicy? Yeah? All right. A couple of you like it spicy. All right. Well, what we're going to do is, of course, the first ingredient in salsa is, anybody? Tomatoes is a tomato, correct. Okay? What I did is, we get the plum tomatoes for salsa, and there's a reason for that. Plum tomatoes have less seeds and less guts inside, okay? These are actually my favorite tomatoes. You can use a beefsteak if you want, cherries, but they are very juicy, and that's the difference. These have more of a thicker skin on them and a hardier middle, so that's why we prefer to use these. I'm going to show you how to cut this tomato, okay, to make it the easiest for you. What you're going to do is I'm going to hand everyone out 3 of these, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to place it on your table there and take your knife and you're going to saw off the top. Okay, it's the first thing you want to do. And what I want you to do is I want you to just cut it in the middle so you have 2 halves, just like this. This is a lot easier to cut your tomato. Place your half down, another half down, okay? And then you're just going to cut long ways into strips. Okay, once you get those strips, then you can dice it this way. And you can make yourself little chunks. This is the easiest way to dice a tomato. Okay, and you'll see there's not a lot of seeds, but they're bite-sized pieces. All right, so that's the first thing we're going to be cutting up. So I'm going to start handing out everyone some tomatoes. To change the spice and the flavor of your salsa. So that's what changes the temperature as medium, mild, or spicy. It depends on how much you put in. But we're not going to kill you tonight with the spice. So what I got some sweet, fresh, homegrown, locally, red peppers, which smell delicious. So I give everyone a chunk of that. You can dice that up. Alright guys, we're going to move on to our next ingredient. Our next ingredient is going to be an onion, okay? We use the purple onion. The purple onion is a sweet onion. Not only that, but it gives you salsa color, okay? It's really pretty. I soaked this onion in an ice bath in the beginning of the class, so you should not tear. You would only tear if you put your fingers near your eyes. Now that I said it, I know you'll do it too. So try not to keep your fingers away from your eyes and dice it up as small as you can and add it to your salsa, okay?
Yes, you are.
It's going to be guess the herb. Ooh, everyone smell it? You're not guessing yet. Everyone needs to smell it first. First guess of what this is. Christina, what do you think? Cilantro. Gosh, you're smart. Oh, sorry, Christina guessed it quick. I didn't think she would.
I don't even know what that is.
All right, so cilantro. Cilantro is actually, what? Smell like salt? It's spicy, actually. This will give your salsa a kick, for sure. Okay? And when you do herbs, fresh herbs are very important. When you use fresh herbs, it brings out a lot of flavor into what you're making. Cilantro has a little kick to it. It's not very spicy, but a little kick. And the best way to do your herbs is you must rinse them, of course, and either cut them with the scissor or grip them with your fingers. It's the easiest way to do an herb. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this up here. You can take as much or as little as you want. When we come up and finish up, we have one more thing to cut up. All right, and then we're going to come up and we're going to get a little bit of oil, some vinegar, a little cumin, and salt and pepper, and you can take your cilantro back and you can mix it up. You can also bring your cutting boards up at that point too, and your knives, because you'll be done with those. But there is one more thing we got to cut up. It's really, really tiny because it's really, really strong in flavor. Can anyone guess what it could be?
Garlic?
Garlic, yeah. And I'm sure you can smell it throughout the room. Garlic is a very potent herb, herb, I guess. I guess it's an herb. Vegetable. But anyway, it's very, very potent. So you only need a tiny, tiny bit, but again, you want to cut it up as small as you can and add it to your salsa. So I'm going to give everyone a piece of that. Garlic. Why aren't you listening?
No, she's not.
I was like, oh, yeah.
I know that for experience. She does
So
not.
everyone can cut up their garlic, and then when you're done, throw out whatever leftovers are on your mat. Bring up your mat and your tin, and we'll get your finish up your salsa. And I'm going to give you guys some chips so you guys can try it out.
Kelly,